G'day and welcome to Dark Solid Gaming and Transport Fever 2. Today we are going to look at the map editor. That's right, Transport Fever 2 comes with its own map editor and it makes for a wonderful, easy tool to create your own maps. So, how do we do it? Quite simply, we go to the map editor. You're presented with this screen, very much the same as what you are presented if you're going in to make your own game. You can go through here, play with the settings out through here, or you can go through in here and do custom settings as well. We're not going to worry about that at the moment, but we're just going to head in from here. We're just going to do a small map. We're going to do a one-to-one format. Seed doesn't matter at the moment, so we don't have to worry about that. And what we're going to do is just hit the start button. All right, so what we're presented with is a wonderful green mass. Not very startling, but if you wish to play like that, well, different strokes, different folks, all that sort of thing. So fill your boots. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up. So what do we have? You'll notice the actual UI is virtually exactly the same as what it is for in-game. We can make roads and that through here, all that sort of stuff. There are a few changes. Obviously the count over here is infinite because we need all the money we can get to make things and get them up and going. Then we have this tool here, which is the height map. So we'll get to that shortly. We then have towns and industries, main connections. All of these are the primary stuff that you'll use to get started with making your map for Transport Fever 2. We then have roads. Obviously we need to make some roads. We have towns, industry, the terrain, and then we have the game settings. Okay. Of course we have the bulldozer as well. That will probably come in handy as well. All the rest of the UI doesn't really matter. Not really worried about it. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here and go to the height map. So opens up very much again the same as what you get when you're generating your own game. Like for a sandbox game, all that sort of stuff. So what we're going to do in here is we're just going to set up what we want to do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have hilliness backed off just a little bit. Now the higher, the more hilliness you have, the harder it's going to be, obviously. So we can back it all the way off. There's that setting through there. So we have just a little bit of hills. We want just that next stage. There we go there. Water and forest. Well, I like to have plenty of forest on my map. So I'm going to go through that. And water, we can increase the water if we so wish as well. And I think having a main river with a delta is fine as well. All right, so once we do that, we just generate. And it will start generating the map. And as you can see, it's already generating it behind the actual window there. Doing a marvellous job. And quick as flash, depending upon how quick your PC is though, obviously. If you have a bit of an older PC, it may take a little bit longer to generate. If you have a nice new PC, it should generate nice and quick. And the last bit of rendering up through there on that pass there, fixing up that water up through there. And once that's finished, I would imagine it would be finished. In any case, we can close it off now. And there we go. So that's our map. Okay, nice small little map. Now there is nothing on there at the moment. No industry, no roads, no towns, no nothing. Okay, so it's just the map with its height map. Okay, what do we do next? Well, a couple of things we can do. We can put our towns and industries down, main connections, and then we can also place our towns and industries here. So if we go here to the towns area here, we can actually automatically, this is one of the, there's two ways of actually doing, adding your towns and your industries. The first way we're going to do for towns and industries is the automated way. So we can choose the number of towns we want to put on there. So for instance, for this map, we could put 13 if we wish, okay? You also have the button here to keep existing towns. So if I had already placed a town down here, for instance, it would keep it. Otherwise, if I didn't have that selected, it would possibly wipe it out and not use it. All right. Industries, same sort of thing. So if we come over across here to industries, in industries here, we can do the same thing with our industries. So we can have up to 54 industries on the small map. Okay. We're not going to worry about doing that. Next, we have the main connections. Now this we'll get to once we've actually placed all of our towns, okay? Keep existing streets is going to work very similar to keep existing towns as we looked at previously. All right, what we're going to do that is we're going to place some towns and industries manually just to show you how it's done and show you what you can do with it. So we come over here to our town section. We have the town builder button here, so build a town. Then we have over here a slider which gives the capacity of the town. So we can have anything from tiny all the way through to huge. Okay. So on this map, I want to have two huge cities, one at either end of the map. Yep, So I'm going to put one down here and one up the top end corner, then a couple of little sporadic towns of various sizes. So we're going to go huge. Commercial, you can set what the commercial is going to be. So for instance, like if I wanted to, I could set this one's going to be food, and that the industry is going to be, let's say, fuel. Okay. So we're going to place the town down and place it there. And there we go. So there's our huge town. Now, the other thing we can also do is if I back this down again and I want to make this town a little bit bigger than what it currently is, I can just go to small and plop this down in here, and it will actually join it all up. Marvelous. Okay, so if we put it on over here, configures it all in, and there it goes. Now that access, like effectively you can use that as separate counties or suburbs, but effectively you've got 3 towns in one. It just gives that nice filled in level, but we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete Eugene and we're going to delete Norman. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to place a couple more towns. So again, we wanted to have one more huge town, and I'm going to place that just over here. That's it, like that. I then want to put a couple of large towns down, so I'm going to put one up there, one there. I'm not really worried about too much about the location. I'm just going to plop them down. A couple of small towns dotted around the place, like so. All right, there you go. Now, at the moment, they've all been set to food and fuel because I didn't change that, okay? But you can actually go in there and change that manually as well. So if I want to go in here, I can go into the editor and I can change which one I want to do. So I can change from food to goods and from fuel to construction. Okay, and that's now done, see? All right, so that's that main part done. Now, this is where we come back to our road tool, our generate road tool. So main connections. So this here is your main connection. So what you do is you'll go between your cities to determine which ones are going to be your main connections. Now you may not want all your cities to be connected by main connections. You only want certain elements of your cities or your map connected together. So we're going to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that one over there to there, like that. Right, so that's what we've done. Now, if I now generate this, this will actually put those main connections in there now. So we can do that now, and we'll just watch what it does. And you'll see here all the roads start being put in. So these are the main connections that are going between the towns. All right. So as you can see, we've now got them coming all the way up through here. They're all connected. There's a bridge going across the river there for Lafayette and Plano. Reno down here is connected to Irvine and to, what's that, Murfreesboro. Providence, Columbus, Augusta, and San Antonio are all connected there. And Chattanooga, Green Bay, Palm Bay, and Gainesville are all connected up through there. Okay, exactly as we wanted. Excellent, nice and easy. Right, the next thing we've got is our industry. So we want to place our industry down. Now, what I think I might do is, so what you can do when the game actually places it, it will place it randomly. So it'll just be all over the place. Now you can do one or two things. You can set your map up so it's semi-random, or you can set it up to, I mean, you're setting it up totally how you want it, but you can actually set things up so it just has the layout of what you want to see. So for instance, we're going to put a farming community down here. So I'm going to put a farm there. I'm going to put a farm over there. I'm going to rotate this one around a little bit. Put a farm there, and a farm there, and another farm just over in here. All right, now, what we can then do is we can set these farms up. Farms are pretty much the only thing you can really customize specifically additionally. I mean, there are things you can do with the other placeables and that, but that's okay. What we're also going to do though is we're going to grab, we've got some forest areas. So I'm going to put a lumber camp there, one over there, put one in here, one there, one up in there, put another one there. So I'm just sort of spreading them around, but putting them in places where you'd expect to see them. So they're going to be in areas where you've got a lot of forestry. Okay, now that's all that done. Let's go Quarry. So Quarry, I'm going to put near a sort of semi-mountainous type area or a hilly area. On the other side of this little hill here, there might be a quarry. Put a quarry there. There might be another one just up here. And then we might also put a quarry or two over in here. And yeah, that'll probably do. Okay. Now, because we've got our timber works all through here, it would make sense industries aren't going to be placed randomly miles away. If you're going to develop a forestry industry, then you're going to have your production area co-located, or at least fairly closely co-located with forestry. So we've got forestry through there, so it would be reasonable to say that we could have a processing plant up here. Okay, so it's a little bit away. It's near the town of Memphis, so I can support Memphis, but not too far away. Again, up here at Gainesville, we can have one up here near Gainesville, and we can just rotate him around, put him down there. All good. So that's got that there. Quarries are over there. That's all handy. Now, because we're producing our timber, that then goes on to make tools. So we need an area to make our tools. So again, what we might do is Palm Bay might become our tool making facility. And while Memphis has got all the timber, we might send all of our tool making over to Irvine, for instance. Now, what we've got up here, we can put in some other industrial stuff. So I think up in here, we're going to have a coal and iron area. So they did a survey up here and they found plenty of coal and iron. Iron we're going to have over in here. So it gives the extra challenge of getting across the river. Located near the city of Antonio, but not too far from the supply of our ores. We're going to have that. And what else we got? Oil and fuel, or fuel. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do, I think we've got a lot of oil sitting up in here. So we're going to have this sitting up here, down there. Okay, that will do there. Now, oil processing, we're going to, again, have that fairly close. I think Lafayette is a good place to have that, obviously. And for our fuel, I think we might bring our fuel, I think we might bring that down to Irvine. Like so, just randomly there. All right, the other stuff here, what have we got? We've got some packaging. What have we got? Not got. We haven't got anything near Reno. Put one over there. And up here near Plano. Plastics. I think we might put plastics near Memphis. Got to make plenty of plastic guitars. Put that over through there. I think that might suffice just for now. So you've got the idea. So we're making up areas over here that are co-located. Right. Now, in tidying it, well, actually, we'll finish off the road and everything first. So once we've done all that, we then come back in here to our main connections. Now, keep existing streets. And what I'm going to do is, while it's still already done all those, I'm going to regenerate this and we'll just see what happens. And as you can see, it's now providing roads to connect all our industry into the system as well. So all these areas up through here are now connected to a city or a main road by smaller secondary roads. All right. So our system is fully connected now pretty much. So we have our main roads that connect to our main cities. So Lafayette connected over there to Plano, and then there's also minor secondary roads that go out to all these areas here. Marvelous. That's exactly what we want. All right. So that map effectively is ready to play. What else do we need to do? Well, what we can do, our farms seem a little bit bare. Now, all the rest of the stuff is okay because you're going to be cutting down trees or whatever else. Well, in fact, let's have a look at the trees. So over in here, haven't got enough trees, I don't think. We've got a big logging area. So we go into the assets. We can select the sugar maple, linden, shingle oak. I think we might do, is it European lindens? Got to see, no. They look pretty. Is it those ones? Yeah, it is those ones. All right, so we're going to put in some sugar maples. So we can go brush size of small of 1 or up to a huge amount, and we can choose a brush size, the strength. What we're going to do, randomize, yes. And we're just going to paint some more trees in. So this is a heavy wooded area. And this is what we've got our timber area in here for, to cut through all that. Okay, now up here we've got some more. We're just going to quickly come up here. Put in some more trees. Like so. So they haven't started actually chopping everything down yet. That's all good. All right. Now, what I was going to show you is down here on the farms. Now, the farms look pretty bleak. Now, we need to have some fields. Now, the easiest thing to set up the fields with, I have found, is to get your roads and just draw out some basic roads through here, any which way you like. Now, if you want to do a straight line, I'd find that sometimes it doesn't want to just join up nice and straight, so you do them external and then connect them after. Unless you're continuing on, and it will snap there like that. That will snap to there. Right, so that's all nice and dandy. I think what we'll do is we'll put a boundary road here around our farm. Now, we don't have to worry about access per se to the farm because we've got the road joined to the city. However, we do need to still make sure that we've got access when we want to bring a truck stop down here, or a railway station or whatever else. So we've done that. That's all well and good. Right, I'm going to bring a road out there just as a border, and I might do another one out through there like that, and then like that. So then we'll go out to here, and then we'll come back in, like so. All right, so we've just got that. Now, I'll just do one more up to there. That'll do. Right, so now what we can do is we come into our terrain editing and come to our paint tool and scroll all the way over here to the right hand side. We have corn, we have soil, and we have wheat. Okay, so this is what we do to make our crops, make it look like a farm. So we just paint this in like that. So there's a cornfield. Okay, so we might make this one a cornfield as well. I'll do this fairly rough. You can go in and tidy it up afterwards, like that. I then might want this to be a wheat field. In fact, I'll do both of these as a wheat field here. How did I do wheat? No, I did soil. Wheat. There we go. That looks better. So just colour that in. As you can see, I've gone outside the lines. Alright, and then we want to do some soil. That one there. So this field here will be soil. Alright. So that's all coloured in there. And you can do this with all your farms to just give them that little bit of better look. Now, problem is we've got some assets in the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove those assets. Whoops, wrong tool. That tool. Just come in here and we remove all those. So it removes the rocks and the trees from inside your fields. I mean, of course, unless you want to keep a tree in there, so you might want to leave that tree there, for instance. You can certainly do that. And they're all gone from there. All right, so there you go. There's our farm. And I think that looks pretty cool. So once you do that for your other farms over here, that's how you get that effect of it being an actual farm. Now, the other things you can do while we're in here with the map editor is we can go down here. So we got an oil area here. This is going to be pretty dingy and dirty. So what we can do is, again, we can come into our paint tools and we can go to, I don't want coal, I don't want the riverbed. Come up here. Got all sorts of different grass, gravel. So there's gravel there with a bit of grass. So we might just want to paint that, and obviously we can use a smaller tool, and you might just want to put a bit of gravel around there because they just got that little bit of gravel there. Or you might want to do it as a bit of where we have it, forest ground. Was it forest ground or grass alpine I was after? I can't remember now. What was I after? But you can just terraform all this and make it just sort of blend in that little bit more with all these tools. Dirt. That's the one I was after as well. So with the dirt, so it sort of helps blend in a little bit there. So you've not just got those strict borders that were there before. You just sort of merge it in. And then once you've done all that, you've tidied it up a bit to where you want to be, you can then grab your smoothing tool and just come around and just smooth it out a bit. So where you've actually placed your industries, where it's actually caused a bit of a terrain deformation, you can then just tidy it up a bit. So where's another one over here? So you can see here, it's actually deformed this quite well around through here. So just bring this in, just smooth it, and just gives it a little bit better look. And then again, so this one here is for our oil area. So we're going to pull the oil from the ground. So again, we can just come in here and grab our paint tools, and we just sort of paint around there and just sort of merge it in. Give it a bit better look. You're not going to have that very stark boundary or anything there. Okay. All right, like that. Now, I think that's pretty good. There we go. That one's done. And so you can do the same for all these little areas. So just come in with the smoothing tool, just smooth the area. It doesn't remove the trees when you're smoothing it, but it just removes that extra little bit of deformation around each of the industries you've placed, and means that when you come in and connect trains or roads or whatever else, it just does a little bit better job. All right. So they're all in there done. And I'd probably tidy these up a little bit before I actually use it for my own map, but that's that there. All right. So apart from that, there isn't anything else we've actually got to do. That's pretty much it. So once you've got all that in place, that's it. So then you can actually save it, and then that is your map. So I hope you enjoyed the quick overview of the map making tool for Transport Fever 2. This is fantastic. We're actually going to sit down and make ourselves a nice map to do a sandbox in, and we custom designed, and we may actually see that in the next few days. We'll just see how we go with that. But anyway, that's the map making tool in Transport Fever 2. Thanks again for Urban Games for giving us an early access to their game. It is released on the 12th of December here in Australia, 11th of December for Europe and the US, and we look forward to seeing what you guys can make with the map maker here at Duck Solar Gaming. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave it in the comments down below, and don't forget to share it with your friends. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.